Hello guys, Heroic Flamingo here and welcome to part 45 of my Guild Wars 2 personal story walkthrough. In this episode we're going to be doing the personal story mission Ossuary of Unquiet Dead, which is part of chapter 8 of the main personal story. So our objective is to destroy the Ossuary of the Orion Temple of Lissa. So we're going to go with Traherne to this Ossuary, which is where they basically dispose of the dead bodies, because we want to cut off the supply. So let's have a look. So you just got to make your way here through Malcor's Leap. There's a couple of waypoints on the way, get those, and then this is where your objective is. So this is where you can start the mission. So let's enter the instance. Okay, so we need to meet Traherne at the tent outside the ruins of Ren. Let's see what he's got to say.
The goal is to stop Zaitan's reinforcements. Our target is a Cathedral of Eternal Radiance on Or's north coast. It's essentially a factory that manufactures Zaitan's horde. I intend to shut it down, and I'm sending in a strike team to do just that. We don't know exactly how it functions, so I'm joining the team to make sure we have whatever rituals are required to get the job done. We'll pick up reinforcements on the way. Commander, you'll lead the strike team and protect me while I perform the rituals. Any questions?
None, Marshal. It's long past time we forced Zaitan to fight its own battles instead of hiding behind minions. Ready when you are.
Okay, so our mission is to protect Traherne then. So gather additional pack soldiers along the way. So we're going to travel to the Ossuary and we're going to get some people over here fighting. So I assume we'll be able to get some packed soldiers to help us out as we go along. So we're going to the place where Zaitan is creating, well, I think they're using dead bodies, so I assume it's where they're shipping dead bodies to, which is a bit disturbing, and then using them to, well, create the Risen, because obviously they need to come from corpses and stuff like that, so this is where they're doing it. So I think Traherne's coming with us because he needs to do some sort of rituals or something, so this will be interesting to see. Okay, so yeah, we've got a few people with us now. There's a couple more that we can get to join us. I don't know how much help they actually are in combat, but it seems to do the trick. Okay, so enter the Temple of Lissa. Okay. Clear the temple center platform so Traherne can perform his ritual. Alright, so we basically got to do some dirty work so Traherne can do his business. At least he's actually being useful at the moment though, I suppose. I think the last couple of missions he's actually done some stuff. I mean, normally he just stands around and just tells us what to do, but yeah, it's good that he's actually helping out. So I think he is a necromancer and everything, so hopefully this will be his forte and he can actually make himself useful for it. That was easy. Okay, so is Traherne going to come do his ritual, I assume?
Once, the Orions interred their dead here. Now Zaitan uses this place to craft abominations. Stand by. My ritual will show us how the ancient priests went about their grim tasks.
Alright, get on with it, Traherne. You do your ritual and we'll kill any enemies if they show up. Okay, what's going on here? So some sort of vision.
Before Or sank, this was the final resting place of Lissa's most loyal followers. The deceased were brought here so the officiants could perform the appropriate funeral rites.
So he's carrying that corpse really easily. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I think we've got to follow this. We're sort of following the process of where the corpse went. I suppose maybe we're so we can figure out how and where Zaitan is creating these abominations.
We have to follow this ancient path to see where the bodies of Lissa's faithful ended up.
That's what I just said. So clear the next platform so Traherne can continue the ritual. Alright, don't mind if I do. So we've still got a big group of people with us, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Let's go and kill some guys. So I think we're getting quite close to the end. We're quite far into chapter 8 of the personal story now. We're bringing the fight to Zaitan, which is good, rather than just getting attacked by him over and over again with his minions. So we're bringing the fight to them to hopefully bring an end to this, and then hopefully we'll be able to fight and kill Zaitan. but we'll have to wait and see. See how that goes. Not going to be very easy to kill him. Absolutely huge elder dragon, but worth a try. Considering he's raising an army of dead people as well, which is not ideal. Alright, a bit harder veteran here, so we'll whack out the Reaper Shroud. Excellent amount of damage. Oh, that move! Oh my god, that move is so powerful. That it's the number 4 ability, the one where you spin with your scythe. So cool. It looks awesome as well. Okay, so Traherne, you going to do your ritual? Oh, maybe. There's still an enemy over there. Maybe is that the problem? Should we have killed that guy? He was a veteran risen knight. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, I think Traherne's going over there to do it now. Alright, well we'll just kill this guy. A bit tough. I've got my pack soldiers helping me there. I've got my summoned my minion now. I always forget to do that. It's not very good if you forget to do it. Alright.
The first stage of the rite is grief. The loved ones of the deceased played an integral role. Here, they were encouraged to express the pain and rage they felt over the passing. They had to release these potentially destructive emotions before the rites could proceed.
Alright, so this is like the emotional corner. So lots of crying and screaming. Sounds like fun. Surely someone could help out carrying this body.
The rites aren't done. I must perform my ritual at each key location.
Whatever you say, Traherne. I am but a humble servant. Basically, I do the killing, and then he can do all of the rituals there. It suits me. Well, I'm a necromancer too. Can't I do the rituals? I'm pretty sure I could do this without Traherne. He's not more powerful than me. So we need to clear the next platform so Traherne can continue the ritual. So I think we've just got to make our way along here. I suppose if you look on the minimap, you've got the symbols up here, so we've got to sort of make our way. There's probably a couple of these to do, I assume, at like the different corners before we can complete the rituals. Don't know what those things are in the sky. Like stars or something. Big balls of light. Probably not good. Maybe it's something to do with the temple or something like that. It's a temple of Lissa. Or at least it used to be. It doesn't look like a temple of Lissa anymore. It's got a temple of Zaitan now. Pretty much. Well, I assume all of these like risen and stuff are probably, you know, used to be priests and priestesses of Lissa and stuff. Alright, another vet here. Smash it. That's the thing, like, it's like you've got like another gear you can just go up when you're a necromancer, or when you're a reaper at least anyway. Like, if things get a little bit tougher, whack out the Reaper Shroud, sponge all that damage and just like do loads of damage yourself. It's really awesome.
This next step was largely ceremonial, but was observed by rich and poor alike. They offered a valuable gift in an attempt to persuade the priests to resurrect the dead. Naturally, the priests refused, but the act of offering and accepting rejection remained a part of the rite.
Could you imagine that? Oh, here, like, have this really expensive jewel if you can bring them back to life.
There should be only one platform remaining.
I mean, can they actually do that? Do they have the power to do that? Because if they can, why don't they bring them back? Or maybe they just weren't offered enough money. So I think he said this is the last one coming up. So clear the next platform so Traherne can continue the ritual. Okay, no problem. So we've got to do the last one here. So same format, I think. Kill the guys, kill the veteran, watch the last bit of the ritual, and then we can see, hopefully, we'll get an idea of what's going on and how Zaitan's creating these abominations and everything. Alright, let's whack out the skills. I like the Warhorn skills as well, they're really cool in the Necromancer. I think everything sort of pales in comparison when you've got the Great Sword on the Necro, but yeah, the Warhorn's good and the Axe are really good as well. I like having a ranged weapon for an Axe as well, I think that's really cool. But this game doesn't like conform to like your normal sort of stereotypes, like Axe has to be a melee weapon and stuff like that. Whereas the Greatsword is, whereas like on the Mesmer, the Greatsword's actually a ranged weapon as well, so Yeah, it's good that it just means that they can do whatever they want, really. They can mix it up, which is cool, so you don't really know what to expect.
Finally, the family faced the inevitable reality that their loved one was gone. Here they were encouraged to mourn and to beseech Lissa to ease their pain. They prayed to their goddess for relief and to watch over the deceased in the mists. Return to the center platform. That's where their rite will end.
Okay, thank you, Traherne. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to continue over here. So we need to return to the center platform so Traherne can finish the ritual. So this should give us the answers that we want. So we've observed what they do. So this used to be where the, like the priests and priestesses of Lissa used to take the bodies, and you know, they would first let out all their pain and emotion, and then they would make an offering to the priest or priestess, and then they would beseech Lissa to ease their pain. I suppose it's sort of like stages of grief, like that's acceptance, I suppose. That, you know, you want them to ease the pain, but you're accepting it, which is good. And okay, let's kill these weird little bird things. Or one hit them. Let's see. So Traherne's going to do this ritual now. Come on, Traherne, impress us. Do something cool. Come on, Traherne, we're all waiting for your awesome party trick. Come on. Oh look, okay, we've got some guy walking over there, making some progress.
With the funeral rites complete, the deceased moved on to the ossuary. Next they would prepare and inter the body. Ah, see there? They're taking the body down through that hidden door to the crypt below. That must be where Zaitan's minions are creating new risen soldiers. And that's where we need to be.
Yep, a hidden door, that'll probably do the trick. Excellent. Alright, so let's follow. So, okay, so we're going this way. So descend into the ossuary's lower chambers. Don't mind if I do. Oh, dirty little spider hatchling. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Oh god, I thought it could be like a one hit. Embarrassed. Okay. Alright, so you can see on the minimap which is going in this direction. We need to get to the lower chambers, and hopefully we'll be able to find what the hell's going on here and how they're making these bodies. Oh, okay. I was just thinking, how do I get up there? Yeah, you have to go up the ramp, guys. Don't make the same mistake as me. Oh look, we've got a little group of people guarding it. Not for long. Just roll through, back them up. I like the number 5 skill on the Warmorn, because it just like puts like a swarm on you and just like affects everyone around you. It's like an incentive to get close. I suppose you could use that and switch to your greatsword and you know, use melee and stuff. So that's what I like about the necromancer as well. You know, you maybe like a scholar profession as it is like light armor, like the elementalist and the mesmer, but I think it's a lot more like you can be up close and like actually have. Obviously, like with the other ones, you can use, there are melee weapons and stuff, but I think like a predominantly melee build is a lot more viable with a necromancer than probably the other scholar professions, which is good. I mean, obviously helped massively by the shroud and everything, giving you like a whole lot of health bar that does the trick. Alright, so we're making our way down these slopes, killing the floating weapons along the way. So this is a spectral juggernaut. It looks like a juggernaut, it's just like a floating weapon, but fair enough. Oh, big fleshy boys. Got his own little fight going on over here. Go on. Nice. And that number 2 skill on the axe is also just excellent. Right. Classic. I mean, that's the thing. If you're a necromancer as well, you say you're not like a level 80 yet, like I am. You know, the axe is probably your first go-to weapon. Obviously, the greatsword is the best weapon, I'd say, but that's obviously you have to be level 80 and unlock the Reaper Elite spec. But just if you're leveling a necro, I mean, I would say axe, probably axe and focus, and then dagger and warhorn as your other set would probably be my recommendation. The best overall ones are the axe and the warhorn, which is why you pair that with the greatsword in this build. But I do think that's probably what you'd want to go with if you're like leveling a necromancer and you've not yet got your I mean, there's other ones that are to use, but I'm not a massive fan of the staff because they're all you have to place all the skills on the floor. It just takes a little while. I don't think it's as good, and if the enemies move out of the way, you've just wasted all your skills basically. Okay, so we have to destroy these things, do we? Alright, yeah, destroy the necrotic urns. Alright, so I suppose if you just leave the others, Traherne and Co, to defeat these enemies, we can just go around and smash the urns quite easily. I think that's what it's about 6 of them to do. Yeah, looks like they've got everyone under control. Oh, okay.
Who did it? Crystal listen now to Zaitan? God, you defiled her.
You already defiled it when you betrayed Lissa and desecrated the remains of her followers.
Listen is gone. We serve the dragon now. Zaitan, consume you all. Rise now. Rise now and destroy these enemies of our master.
Okay, defeat Prince Alassal. Probably not how you say it. Alright, excellent. Well, there's quite a lot of ads as well. Oh, here he is. He's the big boy. Kill these guys. Let's see. Okay, alright. Not too difficult then. Getting absolutely smashed by my Reaper Shroud.
Fall to your knees and wait for the dragon's embrace.
Zaitan's depravity continues to destroy everything it touches. At least now this place is safe. Well done, everyone.
We've crippled the dragon's spies, food, and troop supply. It's more vulnerable than ever. How do we exploit that?
We advance. I have a plan for a large-scale operation to push back enemy forces and establish base camps right here in Or. Now that operation can begin. All I need is time to regroup and organize our forces.
Okay, alright, so Ossuary of Unquiet Dead completed. So choose our gloves. Normally go with the one that you don't have a skin unlocked for, probably be if you don't actually need the weapons. And then bags of loot as well. Okay, so that brings this part to an end. So I'll be back very shortly with the next part of this personal story walkthrough. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.